Welcome back to my mom's basement, ladies and gentlemen. It is Robbie Fox, and I am here with the victorious Sugar Sean O'Malley. He had a great fight this weekend. It looks like the whole O'Malley fam I'm with over there.
Just just us two. So I'm on daddy duty. So if we're outside hanging out, she's running around. So if I get up and sprint, it's because I'm after her.
No, I love it. I've interviewed McGregor on Daddy Duty and now Sugar Sean
There
O'Malley
we
on
go.
Daddy Duty. So it's 1-1. How are you? How are you doing after this win? I see you're sporting a cast on your wrist. Is that all right?
Yeah, I don't. My thumb has just been swollen the last since the fight, and I was just looking through all my braces and shit. I'm like, I don't even know if this is for my thumb or my wrist, but I keep using it. Like I forget, like it just hurts, and I keep using it. So I thought if I throw this on there, it might help me not use it as much. I need to get it X-rayed, but it's too swollen to X-ray right now. I don't think it's anything too serious. I can't game though, so it's kind of throwing me off a bit.
Oh, that's brutal. And the new Call of Duty map just dropped too. Or is that you're itching to get
Dude,
at it?
I'm itching to get at it, dude. I'm itching.
That's brutal. Talk to me about the injury. The you said the rib injury leading into this fight in the post-fight interview. When did that happen and how?
That happened 3 weeks before the fight. I was grappling with Tanquino, who's in my corner, one of my buddies, one of my training partners, coaches. He just had a body lock from the back. We are just grappling. We do a lot of straight grappling. And he had a body lock on the back, and I went to turn in, and he kind of pulls. And I just, I felt my rib, and right then, in that moment, I had it sat out for the rest of the day. And I was supposed to spar the next day, couldn't spar. So then I didn't grapple or anything for a full week. So I was like, maybe it'll, I know how ribs are; they don't heal that fast. So I didn't grapple for a week, and I tried grappling 7 or 8 days later. We're just warming up. In the first 5 seconds of grappling, warming up, I realized I'm like, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to grapple. So I didn't grapple for the extra 2 weeks. So 3 total, and went into that fight not knowing if I was gonna be able to grapple or not.
How did it feel when you were actually inside the octagon on Saturday night? Were you feeling it in there? Was it painful? Was the adrenaline taking over?
So with my ribs, it was like I could hit mitts, no issue. Like my ribs didn't hurt hitting mitts. So all I did was hit mitts and run, and there was no pain in that. If I took I'd feel it if I took like a huge inhale and a huge exhale. I'd feel a little bit, but like for the most part, I was good. I just couldn't grapple. So hit mitts and kickboxing, I felt very comfortable. I felt very okay with going in the octagon. Wasn't thinking about my ribs. I was in a mindset to where I was like, my ribs not sticking out of my fucking skin. I'll be able to fight. Thankfully, he tried taking me down early, tried catching a kick, taking me down. And I just knew if I didn't hit the ground, I wouldn't have to deal with it. And, or if he landed a body kick to my rib, I didn't have to deal with it. So in the cage, I was solid. I was good. I wasn't thinking about it. I was in a good mindset.
Were you thinking about it at all on fight week? Like, did it mess with your
Oh, yeah.
mindset?
Oh, yeah. That was the toughest mental battles going into a fight. Usually I'm pretty solid, focused. I was focused. I'm usually more confident in a sense to where I was like, that something could have went wrong. Like if he would have taken me down, got me in a body lock, or just taken me down in general, and I'm trying to get up, like those are where I really felt my rib. So I was thinking about that fight week. You close your eyes and you see, I think Anthony Pettis when he got body triangled by Poirier, or was it Holloway or whoever it was, when he like tried to turn, and like I would have visions like that, like, oh, this fight is this gonna happen like that? But I countered him. I kept countering those negative thoughts with more positive thoughts, and I was just telling myself, I was prepared. I trusted my preparation for what I was able to do in that camp. I did everything I could do, and I kept a good mindset, and I was happy with how I was organizing my thoughts. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, you looked calm in the cage. I saw your interview with Bisping on Fight Week, and you talked to him about that, like calmness, getting yourself in that mental state. You said, I fight best when I'm calm, so I like to get myself in that state. When did you learn to control your emotions like that? Was it before you started fighting? Has that always been part of your personality, or was that something you had to learn and come with fighting?
Yeah, I don't. I remember even like when I fought in LFA against David Nuzzo, I was very calm. I was very. I remember. I think that was probably like the first fight where I was like accepting whatever happens. There was like I was okay with when I went into the fight, whatever outcome was gonna happen. I was okay with, and that was a very calm feeling, and I was just I really enjoyed that feeling in the back. Like I'm okay with whatever happens. Like and I just went out there and did what I did against David Nuzzo, and then that kind of just carried on the rest of my career. Just you know, I get that calm feeling from Elena. I get that calm feeling from being okay with whatever happens. Just being, I can accept whatever happens unless it's a fucking perennial nerve kick. Can't accept that one. But I'm okay with the outcome as long as it's it's a fair outcome. You know what I mean?
So, what did you make of the performance on Saturday? Obviously, first round knockout. How do you compare it? How does it stack up with your other wins, you think?
Yeah, I was happy with it, especially considering I was going in there. I would say probably 75% with like, I mean, I was 100% fine on the feet, but a total all around MMA fight, I was very, um, I wasn't 100%, but I thought the fight played out good. It was, I was bound for a first round knockout. My last two were third round knockouts. Um, it's been a good year for the Sugar Show. Three KOs, three bonuses. Um,
Do you have a favorite?
that combination up against the cage was sweet. I wanted to put his lights out, similar to the Eddie Wineland, where they're fucking out. They're not kind of crawling around dazed. So I don't know. I think the Thomas Almeida one was really sweet, just because I like Thomas Almeida one a lot. That one was epic. I feel like that was probably my favorite one.
Have you gotten a chance to watch this fight back yet?
Like 30 times. I
Oh,
watched it.
really?
I watched probably not 30, but honestly, probably over 10. Yeah, but I watched it a lot.
So I wanted to know, did you have anything that irked you from the commentary team, like last time when they pointed out that you were looking up at the clock? Did they have a better performance this time?
They didn't say as much. I think they might have heard my analysis on their commentating. I still think it's just like, if they're gonna talk about that Cheeto fight every time, they need to go back and watch what really happened. He didn't dominate me by the leg kicks like they're saying. He landed one leg kick that landed on my nerve and shut my leg off. Like, and they were saying that they're surprised that the guys that I'm fighting aren't trying to kick my legs. I fought Thomas Almeida, who's an excellent fucking kickboxer. You don't think his game plan, his coaches were, let's go after his legs after that last fight, which they went after my legs. They tried kicking my legs. I had very good defense. I would pull out or I would check it. Yeah, he landed a couple. And then I fought Chris Matillo, who probably landed more leg kicks than Cheeto and Thomas combined. So for them to say that they're surprised that the guys I'm fighting aren't trying to kick my legs, I'm like, you guys commentated the fights. You guys saw they tried to kick. I don't know. Commentating would be hard. I don't think I'd be very good at it. But it's just like, I don't know if they don't remember watching the fights and they just say random shit or what. But it's just definitely, who knows? Maybe I'm just a pussy and take it too personal.
I got a lot of people that sent in when I said that I was doing this interview with you that wrote, "What was your drink of choice after the fight? What did you party with?"
God, dude, I went up to the hotel and I took a couple puffs off a joint. I hadn't smoked in 3 weeks, so I was so fucking high just sitting there. Like, I didn't even want to go out. Like, I just was just couch locked at the hotel eating pizza. But I had the after party, had to go. We went out, and the boys were there. Steve, Kyle, Big Bradley Martin had the team out. So we had to have some happy dads, some just straight vodka shots. We had a good time. I didn't get blacked out like the last time before, so I was able to keep it together and enjoy the night with the team.
What's your reasoning for stopping smoking weed like 3 weeks out for a fight? Cardio?
Munchies.
Oh, munchies.
Munchies are
Interesting.
Munchies are a big one. Also, I feel like I'm just a different level clear-headed. I just feel so fucking sharp, and I feel it's I'll do that forever. I don't care if they test for weed and I can smoke. I'm gonna do that. I just feel so much sharper, so much more clear-headed, and
And is
the
that
Munchies.
post-fight blunt like the greatest thing of all time then too?
Yeah, it hits hard, dude. It hits hard, especially after after the fight stuff wears off. I'm sore, and yeah, it hits hard. Feels good.
You've been pretty vocal about like wanting to make more before you start facing these higher ranked opponents. And there's been a ton of like back and forth about that. Dana White seemed to confirm that it's time for both of those things to happen at the post fight presser. He's like, yeah, I think Sean's ready for the ranked opponents. I think he's ready for more money. So who interests you the most right now out of all of the names that are lined up? Cheeto, the rematch, Dominic Cruz, Pedro Munoz. I saw Marab, the machine, calling you out. Cody Garbrandt. I don't, after this Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, Cody ain't calling me out. We know that.
Was there part of you rooting for Cody to win this Saturday so that fight could happen?
I like Cody. I like Cody. I'm a fan of Cody. I like Kai France too. I never really knew much about him, but we had short little talks here and there. I like him. I like both those guys. As far as who's next, I don't know, dude. I'm excited right now to not have a date or an opponent in mind. It takes a toll on you. I knew I was fighting Paiva 10 weeks out for 10 straight weeks, every single day, every night, every morning. I was thinking about that fight, thinking about preparing for that fight. And it takes a fucking toll on you. So right now, I don't want to even know who. I'm not even going to talk to UFC about who's next, what's next. As far as money and stuff, I'm gonna fight and just do what I do and continue doing what I do. I don't want to. I learned it's pointless to talk about fighter pay, how many fights are on my contract. That stuff's all needs to be behind doors, and I'm gonna continue to keep it like that. I have a good relationship with the UFC, and I want to keep it like that. So I'm gonna fight who they offer me, just like I have been. And if in the next couple weeks, first of all, I need to heal up before I can talk about any fight names, any dates, or anything, because I don't know what's up with my thumb, my rib. I still need to give that, another probably 3-4 weeks till that thing's even healed. So I'd say latest April, May, something around there. As far as who, I don't know. I don't really care right now. Whoever it is, everyone's gonna watch.
Yeah, we know that like down the line, your dream fight would be with Jan for the bantamweight title. That would be the biggest fight in bantamweight history, probably, as you mentioned. But aside from that, if we could just give you a dream fight of like maybe just not a money fight, but just something that would interest you aside from that, that could be way down the line, who would that be for you?
Hazmat. Just jokes.
I saw you mention Aldo in the Bisping interview. Would he be one?
Aldo would be a trip, dude. That would be wild. I really think my path's gonna cross with Aldo, Dominic Cruz, Peter Yan, TJ Dillashaw, like all these legends. I'm gonna fight someday. It just depends on they don't have a ton more years left. I still got a long time left, so if I do want to fight those guys, it's gonna have to be within the next couple of years. So yeah, I can see all those big matchups happening, and that just excites me. I was taking a hot tub this morning, just like I'm in such a good mindset where I want to get back to training. I want to improve. I want to get better because I know all these big names are on the chopping board. I know they're coming right around the corner, and I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna be ready for these legends, and so I'm excited. I wish I was injury free and I could just get back to training right now. But what happens when you get in a fight.
If you had to rank your top 5 strikers in the UFC, who would you rank? All weight divisions.
Top 5 strikers. Me, Zabit. Forget about Zabit. It's been a while. Izzy, Max Holloway, Peter Yan.
Wow. It's a good 5.
That's
It's a
good.
very
5 right
respectable
there.
5. This one was a question from our Barstool Gaming correspondent, Emmerich. He said, you and Max Holloway are dropped in the gulag together. And God, who's making it out alive?
Max plays some fucking serious Call of Duty. I think, I play a lot too, but I think he's got me beat in the hours he plays. But in the gulag, it's anyone can win in the gulag, similar to a fight. I bet me and Max have similar skill sets in the goose. I think it'd be a coin flip.
Have you played against Max before?
I actually never have. I know he's on I know he plays. He streams on Facebook. I stream on Twitch, which doesn't really matter. But yeah, we haven't played together. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I feel like that's a crossover bound to happen, especially now that the UFC is like doing stuff with the Call of Duty tournament and everything. They got to get the Suga Show in there. Do you like the new Warzone? Have you played it at all, or because of your thumb, you haven't even tried it?
I played like 2 games yesterday, and I was like trying to slide cancel and like clicking the joystick, and I was like, fuck, I should not be doing that right now. So I did play a couple games, outkilled my shitty teammates. I always play with I have like a group of boys I play with that it's, nothing better than throwing on the headset and just being in that, locked into that world. But yeah, I played the new map. I don't have any good guns or anything, so it's kind of, some of the ground loot's just dog shit. So, but it gave me the itch, dude. I want to get back on the sticks. I've actually been playing a lot of Madden lately too.
Oh wow, who's your team in Madden?
I've been playing with the Cardinals a lot, or Chiefs, just hitting Tyreek on streaks. Madden's fun, dude. You play Madden ever?
No, I'm so bad at Madden. I mean, I've tried it, but like, I feel like I know DC's a big Madden guy. Maybe that's how you guys settle your little commentary beef. Game of Madden.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Whoever wins gets talk shit without any rebuttals.
I mean, he settled it with Cruz. I liked how he handled that. He went right to Cruz, and they made that video together. Like, I thought that was respectable.
Yeah. I don't want any beef with DC. I just, he commentates my fights, and I commentate on his commentating. It's just, that's how the world works.
But listen, you're a dad now, so you're in contention for the daddest man on the planet with him and Max Holloway.
I have full-time dad now. It's pretty crazy, honestly. She's over here in the kid. Oh, darn it! She's over making me some. Now she's on the phone with her plate. You talking to the plate? That's pretty crazy now.
Has that changed your perspective on life, just being a father?
Oh yeah, life's definitely. Now that she's bigger, I would say not as much when she was so tiny. But now that she's like says dad, like and mama, and talks to her, pretends she's on the phone with like a spoon and a plate, and like, yeah, life's definitely, my perspective's changed quite a bit with now that she's getting older. It's pretty cool.
That's wild, man. You're one of the most like polarizing personalities where you could go hang out with 6ix9ine and get tatted by him, and then like do an interview as a dad. And I feel like you're the same person in both. This is strange.
It's definitely a balance. Life's just a balance, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't think anyone's got it figured out, but I've got it dialed in to where I know where what my priorities are, and to balance that with still being able to have a good time.
Well, I'm glad to see you doing well. I appreciate you taking the time to catch up. It was a great win this weekend, and I'm looking forward to a huge 2022 for the Suga Show. Thank you for joining the show, and hope to talk to you then.
Hell yeah, Robbie. Thanks, brother. By the way, I make the best fucking coffee in the world, so.
How do you take it?
It's a long process. It takes me about 15 minutes. I got to throw on a little Jack Johnson on my Alexa, listen to some banana pancakes. I heat up the water to about 185 degrees, heat up the oat milk, froth the oat milk, blend my beans, use my AeroPress, pour the water over, stir it gently, made with love. A lot that goes into it, but it's fucking. I've been doing it every day for the last probably 5 years.
Oh my God, I'm gonna add it to my bucket list. Like, I try a Sugar Sean O'Malley cup of coffee. Maybe you need to open a coffee joint when you're retired.
I know I was thinking about it, but it's just I think it tastes so good because I make it with so much love and
Yeah.
I couldn't make that for just anyone. I'd make you a delicious cup though. I can make my buddies one for
All
sure.
right, I appreciate that. One day I'm gonna try your cup of coffee.
Make it happen.
All right, thanks, Sean.
Peace, brother.